Let's talk about Pop Mart now.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I mean,
I know where this is going.
Oh, he's got to talk about it, right? Huge numbers, right? So we're talking about huge revenue and profit growth, boosted, of course, by the global demand for its hugely popular Labubu doll. There's a lot of huges in one sentence. Let's bring in our China correspondent, Minmin Lo, to walk us through some of the key highlights from those results. Minmin.
Yes, traders had really sky-high expectations for the company, but Pop Mart not only met them but beaten them as well. We're talking about 400 or nearly 400% when it comes to net income, about 200% when it comes to revenue. And I think what really impresses me is when you look at the overseas expansion plans, right? Its expansion into US is about 1,100%. If you can show the chart of the regional expansion. In Europe, it was about 700%, and in China, it's about 130% or so. So huge expansion, especially in the Americas. And of course, I'll be attending the earnings call later today in about half an hour from now when the CEO Wang Ning will be speaking. He already previously had said he expects overseas sales to go beyond China's sales this year. So investors will definitely be looking out for the profit guidance for the second half of the year, as well as whether the company can give us the longer term expansion and growth plans for the next 3 to 5 years. How are they going to keep this up sustainably, and whether there are any sort of IP creation, diversification plan, as well as the supply chain plans, given the strong demand overseas, as well as the tariff uncertainties.
And Minmin, I think one of the things we talked about before shows was how analysts had been struggling to keep up with the rally in the stock price. So currently, how much more upside on consensus is seen right now in the share price?
Yes, so according to what analysts are looking at in terms of price targets, currently Pop Mart is still trading at about 90% of the 12-month average in terms of analyst price targets. And if you look at this chart that you actually created, David, you can see that, over the past year or so, we can see, there is some quite a long period where there was a period when basically the traders were chasing this rally that we are seeing on Pop Mart. And starting from June, we start to see Pop Mart trading below that price to target ratio, and that is when Pop Mart had given out its preliminary earnings, and perhaps there's been a revision up in terms of the price targets from analysts. So yes, about 10% upside that we are seeing here, but some analysts are talking about certain downsides they're looking out for, and they're coming from a few places, right? One is if there is more regulatory scrutiny from China. There had been some, commentary from state media talking about this anti-addiction campaign for young adults who are buying into all these blind boxes. The second downside risk is if there is more competition from new emerging players, given that we already see a lot of counterfeit products out there that actually see pretty strong demand as well. And of course, the third one is whether or not the company is able to replicate the success of Labubu with its other new IPs as well. The Labubus, by the way, part of the Monster series, that really contributed to about a third of the company's revenue. It's up about 600% in the first half of the year.